Hello, it's Work in Progress Wednesday, and this is maybe my 17th attempt at doing this video because I just keep derailing. Or I realise I'm just talking shit. So I'm going to try not to talk shit. I'm going to try and stay on the rails, and we'll see if I can catch you up with what I'm doing. So the first thing I'm going to show you is what is already in my hand, which is Big Frog. So I'm making the second Big Frog and the fourth Hugo the Frog total, and possibly the last Hugo the Frog, although we don't know. I'm hanging on to him quite tightly because my hook's fallen out and I don't want this to unravel. So I'm doing the gold at the top, as you can see, and last week I was talking about doing a sort of 40 brown colour for the belly. Didn't like it when I put it in. It's too brown next to the yellow, so I just went with this green because it was the other light colour in the collection. This is yarn that was passed on to me by my aunt, so it's kind of whatever's there is what I'm using, so I'm not going out and buying more yarn because I don't think I need to buy more yarn for about 7 years at this point, although famous last words. So running out of the gold for the body, which is fine. I meant to, or I didn't mean to, but I knew that would happen, so I started bringing the blue in. So there will be one more round with the gold, and then I'll just go straight to the blue, and then I've got a dark blue for the bottom as well. So that is how the frog is looking. Frog. The other thing I'm doing a lot of at the moment is sewing Moore's bags, and I've got one on the ground, so I'm just going to go down and get that because it's got something else in it that I want to show you. I'm back. That went quite well. So I'm just going to put my frog in the bag. So I am sewing a lot of Moore's bags at the moment because I have got them all cut out, and that is kind of what I do. But I have to slow down for the time being because I'm running out of labels. So there's an example of the label with the handle in the way. Example of the label. So all Moore's bags have to have a label. It doesn't have to be this label. I can make my own. I can use fabric paint. I can use embroidery. I can stencil it on. It just has to be able to withstand being machine washed over and over and over again. And the reason is simply so that people can find the project. If they're handed a bag at random, they can go, okay, I can find out more information there. So I can make my own. Thing about that is I can't be bothered. So I'm waiting for these to come back into stock at Moore's Bags headquarters, and then I will order some more and I can get stuck into the rest of the fabric. Speaking of the fabric, now this is not work in progress anymore. This is work that will be in progress shortly. So some of the bits of fabric are fabulous and large and enough to make clothing out of. So that's what I'm going to do because I don't really need more clothes. I've got a lot of clothes, but I also need to go through my clothes and actually get rid of the ones that I never will wear and replace them with things that I might wear. I think we all need to do that. Don't do it right now. Finish watching the video. But that's my sage life advice. Get rid of your clothes that you never wear. Which is most of mine because I'm generally in jeans and tracky dacks. Not jeans, t-shirt and tracky dacks. Jeans and tracky dacks at the same time. That would be quite a look, and I don't think I'm able to pull it off. Anyway, clothing. So here's a pattern I bought ages ago because it looked easy, and it's basically a tunic or a maxi dress. I'll show you the back. If you're a sewist, you will know from that little diagram that it is quite a simple pattern to put together. There's no insetting sleeves or anything like that. My only potential problem with it is that it has the seam line along the bust there. You can see that's white at the top, blue at the bottom. That means there's a seam line there. And the fabric, big words. The fabric that I want to use for this particular one is very, very randomly patterned. So there's no pattern repeats. It's a batik or batik. I say batik, but I'm Australian, so that might not be correct. I don't know. Anyway, it's not going to be possible to pattern match, so I need to figure out a way around that, or I could just use different fabric. But I have a bit of an idea. I have a cunning plan that may work, so I'll get back to you on that. I've got some cheap fabric that I will use to test. I will make a muslin basically and practice the pattern, and also test to see if my cunning plan to cut out the sleeves and that piece all in one, will it work? Probably not, but I'm going to give it a go. So I'll let you know how that gets on. The other one that I'm going to do first, because I've already got the pattern planned, where did it go? It's in my bag. Here we go. Is this one, which I actually bought, about a year and a bit ago, because I was planning to, and I may still do it. In fact, I will still do it. I was planning to weave some fabric and then make a dress out of it. So what I wanted was a really simple dress pattern. And I like this. Is it in shot? Oh, I don't know. I like the cocoon shape. So I thought this would be a great one for woven fabric that I have woven myself with my own two hands. But right now, well, not right now, I'm doing a video. Hi. But at some point this week. We're making this out of some of the fabric from my aunt's stash. I've got an orange for the top, and I've got a tropical sort of fruity, not fruity, flowery, floral print for the bottom. So that is dress 1 that will be made because I already have the fabric planned and chosen and good to go. Everything else I need to think about a bit more. I've got some more fabric that I might make a shirt out of. I need to find a skirt pattern. I've got a lot to do with the clothing thing. I'm going to do myself a whole new wardrobe, and none of it's going to be suitable for winter. Although I do have a blanket, and I am thinking of making a blanket coat out of that. So we'll see how I get on with that. I don't know. It's big plans. They might never happen. But this one is definitely happening. This other one may happen, depends. And I've got a few other patterns in there that I can play with and get some clothes happening with. So that's pretty much what I'm up to for the rest of this week, and working on the frog, of course, which won't be finished by next week. We all know that that won't be finished by next week. So that is all I have for you this week. And this has been quite a long record because just so many attempts, so many goes at just getting to the end, and now I've made it to the end. So I'm proud of myself. You take care of yourself. I will see you next week. Bye for now.